morning everyone. Myself Vibha Shrivastava, and the subject that I am going to discuss, that is operating system, and the topic is, as we have discussed about the deadlock in the previous lecture, so we have to proceed towards the deadlock avoidance scheme. And myself Vibha Shrivastava, assistant professor, AKGEC CSC department. These are the deadlock avoidance. What we do for the deadlock avoidance? Deadlock avoidance requires that the system has some additional and prior information that should be available. First one is simplest and most useful model required that each process declare the maximum number of resources of each type and it may need. The deadlock avoidance algorithm dynamically examines the resource allocation state to ensure that there can never be a circular wait condition. As I already discussed you, what is circular wait condition? Circular wait means P0 is waiting in this order. Pn minus 1 and P0. P0 is waiting for a resource that is held by P1. P1 is waiting for a resource that is held by P2 and so on up to Pn minus 1 is waiting for a resource that is held by Pn and Pn is waiting for a resource that is held by P0. So there is a circular wait condition. Third one is resource allocation state is determined by the number of available and allocated resources and the maximum demand of the processes. There is a concept of safe state. When a process requests an available resources, the system must decide if immediate allocation leaves the system in a safe state. System is in a safe state if there exists a safe sequence of all the process. Means if every process one by one complete its execution, then there exists a safe sequence. If there is a safe sequence, then there is a safe state. Sequence P1, P2 up to Pn is safe if each process P1, the resource that Pi can still request. It means that P1, P2 up to Pn are able to complete its execution in this order. If I say Pi resource need are not immediately available, then Pi can wait until all the Pj has finished. If suppose order can be changed, but there exists an order, Pi needs a resource that is not immediately available, then Pi should wait and Pj will complete its execution. When Pj is finished, then Pi can obtain the needed resources to execute and return the allocated resources and terminate. Then when Pi terminates, then Pi plus 1 can obtain its needed resources and so on. So there exists a safe sequence. There are some basic facts. If a system in the safe state, I repeat this point, if a system in the safe state means if there is a safe state, then no deadlock. What is the safe state? If there exists a safe sequence, means every process can complete its execution in some order. If there is a safe state, then no deadlock. If a system is in the unsafe state, means unsafe state. Safe state means no deadlock. Unsafe state means there is a possibility of deadlock. And then avoidance. Avoidance ensures that a system will never enter into the unsafe state. So there is a relation, we can correlate it, safe, unsafe and deadlock state. If it is an unsafe state, then there is a possibility of deadlock, and if this is the safe state, then there is no deadlock. A resource allocation graph algorithm can claim edge from Pi to Rj, indicated that the process Pj may request the resource Rj and represented by a dashed line, which is represented by the dashed line, and claim the edge converts to request edge. And when a process requests a resource, when a resource is released by the process, then the assignment edge reconverts to a claim edge. Then resources must be claimed a prior in the system. Resource allocation graph for the deadlock avoidance. This is be showed by the dotted line. This. So this is the deadlock. This is the condition for the deadlock. Means P1 is holding the resource R1 and waiting for R2. P2 is waiting for R2 and R1 both. We can take another example for the unsafe state. This is the unsafe state. If the state is unsafe, then there is a possibility of deadlock. The most important topic, that is Banker's algorithm. How we can solve the question about the Banker's algorithm? There are multiple instances. Each process must a prior claim maximum use. When a process requests a resource, it may have to wait. When a process gets all the resources, it must return them in a finite amount of time. So let n is the number of processes and m is the number of resource type. There are n number of processes, say P0, P1, P2 up to Pn, and m number of resources, and available is the resource of length m. If available of j is equal to k, then there are k instances of resource type Rj available. What is the maximum? Maximum is the n cross m matrix. If max of ij is equal to k, then the process Pi may request at most k instances of resource type Rj. Then next is the allocation. Allocation is n cross m matrix again. If allocation of ij is equal to k, then Pi is currently allocated k instances of resource type Rj. What is the need? Need is also a matrix n cross m. If need of ij is equal to k, then Pi may need k more instances of Rj to complete its task. So we have to create the need matrix. With the help of this, need of ij is equal to maximum of ij minus allocation of ij, because it is also I cross j. It is also a matrix. It is also a matrix. It is also a matrix. So we have to create the need matrix with this formula. Need is equal to maximum minus allocation. So then, what is the safety algorithm? Let work and finish be the vector of length m and n. Then respectively, we have to initialize work is equal to available, finish of I is equal to false initially for I is equal to 1, 2 up to n, and finish and find and I such that both finish of I is equal to false and need of I is less than or is equal to work. If no such I exists, then go to step 4. Step 4 is this. Otherwise, work is equal to work plus allocation of I, finish of I is equal to 2, then go to step 2. Then we have to check for the another process whether it is in the safe state or not. Otherwise, in the step 4, if finish of I is equal to true, then for all I, then the system is in the safe state. Means if a safe sequence occurs, the resource request algorithm, the request is equal to request vector for the process Pi. If request of I of j is equal to k, then the process Pi wants k instances of resource type Rj. Then first, if the request of I is less than or is equal to need of I, if process requesting is less than need, less than or equal to need, then go to step 2. Otherwise, raise an error condition since the process has executed its maximum claim. Then step 2, if request of I is less than or is equal to available, then go to step 3. Otherwise, Pi must wait, and since the resources are not available, pretend to allocate the requested resources to Pi by modifying the state as follows. Available is equal to, these are the formulas. With the help of this, we can create the safe state or safe sequence. So available is equal to available minus request, allocation is equal to allocation plus request, need is equal to need minus request. If safe, then the resources are allocated to Pi. If unsafe, then Pi must wait. If there is an unsafe, then Pi must wait and the old resources allocation state is restored. We can take an example. There are 5 processes P0 to P4 and 3 resources A, B and C of the instance, and 3 resources of instances A, B and C. A has 10 instances per resource type, B 5 instances and C 7 instances. As here there are 3 instances A, B, C, the available instances per resource type 10, 5 and 7. We can take a snapshot. Allocation P0, P1, P2, P3 and P4. Allocation matrix, maximum matrix is given and available resources are 3, 3, 2. Then we have to create the first, for calculating the safe sequence, we have to create the need matrix. How we can create the need matrix? As need is equal to, we know that need is equal to maximum minus allocation. Need is equal to maximum minus allocation. The need matrix will also have A, B, C instances. So need of P0 is equal to maximum minus allocation. So 7 minus 0 is equal to 7 for P0. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4 and 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. Then for P1, maximum 3 minus 2, 1, 2 minus 0, 2, 2 minus 0, 2. For P2, 9 minus 3, 6, 0 minus 0, 0, 2 minus 2, 0. For P3, 2 minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1, 1 and 2 minus 1, 1. And for P4, 4 minus 0, that is 4, 3 minus 0, that is 3 and 3 minus 2, that is 1. We can create the need matrix like this. So here is the need matrix 4, 3, 1. So we will apply the Banker's algorithm. What is the Banker's algorithm? This. If need of I is less than or is equal to work, or we can say that need of I is less than or is equal to available resources. Need of I means less than or is equal to available. If it is true, then available is equal to available plus allocation of I. So for I is equal to 0, we will check the need of I is equal to 343. Is it less than or is equal to the available resources is, here the available resources is 332. Is it true? This is false. So P0 should wait and we will check for P1. The need of P1 is 122, which is less than or is equal to the available. This condition is true. Now P1 will complete its execution and it will be in the safe sequence like this. Then after P1 will complete its execution, the P1 will release the resources, then available is equal to available, that is 332 plus allocation of P1. How many resources are allocated to P1? That is 200. 200. Now the available resources are, so now we will check for I is equal to 2. For P2, the need for P2 is 600. Is it less than or is equal to 532? This condition is false. So P2 should also wait and we will check for P3, that is I is equal to 3. The need of P3 is 011, which is less than or is equal to 532. Then P3 will complete it. This is condition is true. P3 will complete its execution and in this order the safe sequence is P1 then P3 and then it will release the resources and total available resources is equal to 532 plus allocation of P3. How many resources which is allocated to P3? That is 211. So the available resources when P3 will complete its execution, that is 532 plus 211. 211, that is the total number of available resources is equal to, so after P3 will complete its execution, the number of resources is 743. Now we will check for P4. The need for P4, that is 431, which is less than or is equal to 743. This condition is true. So P4 will also complete its execution. So continuing in this order, we will get the safe sequence P1, P3, P4, then P2 and P0. So if there is a safe sequence, I repeat, in this, if state is safe, safe means no deadlock. And if no unsafe state, then there is a possibility of deadlock, as we can get the safe sequence and the sequence order is P1, P3, P4, P2 and P0. So there is a safe sequence. Since there is a safe sequence, therefore here is no deadlock. We can check if there is a request 102, that is as we can see, the system is in the safe state with the sequence P1, P3, P4, P2 and P0 which satisfy the safety criteria. Then there is an additional request, that is, if we will check the request is less than or is equal to available. There is a request, that is 102, which is by process P1 and this is less than or is equal to 332. So this request may be granted. If the request, that is request of P1 is less than or is equal to 332, so the request may be granted, and we can again check with the previous of the process. If the request is granted, then if there are safe sequence or not, by executing the safety algorithm, we can show the sequence of, as in the previous example, there is a safe sequence P1, P3, P4, P0 and P2 which satisfy the safety requirement. So there is no deadlock and this request is granted. We can take some another example, just like as the previous. Show can request of 330 by the process P4 can be granted or not. So 330, if the request, we have to check with this parameter. If the request is less than or is equal to available, request 330 is less than or is equal to available, that is 230. The available resources is 230. So this request is not granted because 330 is less than or is equal to 230. This is false. So this request is not granted. Another, can request for 020 by the process P0 is granted. So we can check 200 is less than or is equal to the total number of available resources, that is 230. This condition is true. So we can say this request may be granted. How the request will be exactly granted or not, we have to create again the need matrix, then allocation need and request matrix. Then we will check if there is a safe sequence, then this request will be granted, otherwise this request will not be granted. Thank you.